So I want to welcome everyone once again, to this important segment of the conference, and it is titled Voices from Sudan. And Dr. Hima mentioned, we invited the Sudanese community into the ASFI family this year. And this came about because of the 2023 Sudanese war that broke out. And this caused a lot of pain to the Sudanese people. Many scientists were displaced internally and externally. Many can no longer do their work, at least not as they used to. And in its pursuit to create an African brotherhood of scientists in pursuit of evidence-based development of our continental research, and as we know what ASFI stands for, ASFI believes that no African scientist should be left in pain. ASFI believes that scientists are at the forefront of the development of the society. Therefore, any society where scientists are displaced from their work leaves a state of hopelessness, both for the scientists and their societies. So in response to the Sudanese war and its effect on the Sudanese science community, and especially the Sudanese people, ASFI in March 2024, this year, put out a call titled ASFI Solidarities with the Sudanese Scientists, to invite the Sudanese community to be part of the ASFI family, and not just to be part of the family, but with free membership, free entrance to all courses that were organized this year. They were also granted free entrance to the ongoing ASFI 2024 virtual conference and bootcamp. And it is our belief that these measures of support in our own way of supporting them will provide a platform, or has even provided a platform for Sudanese scientists to be involved in a community that will keep them engaged throughout the year. And I'm sure that we are going to hear from them very soon. So in response to this call, as of today, we have 570 Sudanese scientists that has joined the ASFI community, and several hundreds have taken part in the courses that ASFI had organized or have organized this year. And so in this section of the conference, I would now like to invite 3 Sudanese scientists to tell us in their own voice how their experience has been, being part of the ASFI family. So they will tell us each in maximum 5 minutes how the journey with ASFI has been, the impact our intervention has made in the adaptation through this difficult time of the war. And I have here Prof. Nawal K.N. Alamin, who is from Sudan University of Science and Technology, Khartoum, Sudan. And I also have here Prof. Omar H. Mohammed, University of Jazeera, Wad Medina, Sudan. And I have thirdly, that's Dr. Toga K.M. Gada, who is from University of Medical Science and Technology, Sudan. So I would like to invite first Prof. Nawal, and this presentation will follow in that order. And I would like to invite Prof. Nawal. The floor is yours. Thank you. Prof. Nawal, you can go ahead and make
thank you. Okay, I would like, thank you very much. 5 minutes is too short to tell a story about what I have with ASFI, but I will do my best to do that. Actually, my name is Nawal. As she said, I have graduated from Faculty of Science, Khartoum University, with a PhD at MSc and a professor since that. And I had been through trauma of losing house by force, displaced, and now I am displaced in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on a family visit that will be end from now in 4 months, so that I have to look for somewhere on the earth to settle. Before I tell my story with joining ASFI, give me a few minutes to tell you my situation. It will be easy for the group for the participants to imagine the impact and to at least, if I fail, to put it in where they maybe take it from the picture I map. I have been actually moved from Khartoum, where I do live, in 15 April 2023 when rapid support forces invaded my house, and by gun I have to leave Khartoum. I left Khartoum in a very complicated, risky situation to central Sudan. Actually, I was not alone, with thousands of people have done that. And then I went to central Sudan in Jazeera State in a small village where my family, big family from my side of my husband, and my husband has a land over there. I became a housewife, and my husband becoming actually a farmer, a farmer, and he cultivated his land. And actually, this is a drastic change. It was very difficult and secure, but at least we say we stay for some times and we'll be back. Unfortunately, in December 2023, again, I had to leave the village because still the RSF are looking for me, and I was on the list, and they are looking for me, and then I have to leave the village again, and this is time no way to go. And frankly, I became, and now I am homeless with nothing. My home in Khartoum invaded and occupied by a family from Darfur that brought by RSF. And then I have to leave, and I have to leave Central Sudan, the village, to somewhere else. So I got an invitation, which was the turning point. And actually, before I go to the by journeyman ASFI, this is the way how I moved from this small village in central Sudan, and I went to eastern Sudan. Actually, normally it takes only 3 hours Gadari from Wad Madani, but by this kind of transportation, I have to move for 3 hours with it, and then to take another, and I arrive in 3 days instead of 4 or 3 hours. No way to explain, but I would like just to show what I was with. How I was. This is why I'm saying that, because I would like to explain how I received the invitation. Here I start my journey with ASFI. I joined ASFI 1 year after my displacement. That's in April 2024. When I moved from central Sudan to eastern Sudan, and then I found the risk, so I have to move outside of Sudan. After a very difficult journey, I arrived safely in Saudi Arabia in Riyadh city. So that was in March 2024, with my family looking for an apartment to live in Riyadh. And I was not yet settled, but still we are looking for it. In Saudi Arabia, I settled in safe place. Thank you for them for giving this opportunity. And then I had internet. I have internet. The first things I did, I looked for my email, which I missed for almost 3 months because no internet, and I was in a very difficult condition. So I opened my email. I found an invitation, an offer. To find an invitation, it is not advertisement, it is an invitation for all Sudanese scientists. I don't know ASFI, I don't know Prof. Bright, I don't know the people. So the invitation, it is not personal, it is for all scientists. This is actually attract my attention. While I was in a very complicated circumstance to look at this, just like a light at the end of a dark corridor. Actually, when I read the invitation and the offer, to me, as a Sudanese woman, I felt that I have to appreciate what they are doing for me or for us as a scientist. And you are in this difficult condition to have an invitation. It is not an easy thing just to look at it. Actually, I was not serious. I was not serious of taking it, but I was serious of I have to I have to respond to this invitation and offer. Should I say thank you and go? I said, let me fill in the form and see what we can do. Just a kind of appreciation, not more than that. Uh, that's what I have done actually. I have done. Uh, so when I looked to the invitation, I said, okay, these people are doing good. They are doing very nice things for us. And I look for their objectives and I said, okay, I have I have to appreciate that. And actually, to me as a scientist, and actually I like research, I felt this is the people I should be part of them. Was inside, but really I was not taking it seriously. Let me be frank. I said, okay, I will fill the form and I will forget it. To fill the form, I have to look for my laptop. Actually, uh, lucky enough that the only thing that I had with me by that time I managed to bring with me is my laptop. I left everything except my laptop. So it was the first time for almost a year to open my laptop because I need to fill in the form, which it is a little bit difficult to make my telephone mobile. So I said, okay, the target, the objective, the people they are doing, it looks, uh, it's something uh, attracts you, needs you inside you. You have to join them. But me, I said, oh, I'm not in a condition to do that. But let me just to do that for them. Then after I fill the form and join ASF, ASFI, ASFI, then the real story started. What happened? Actually, I start now calling it is not joining ASFI. It is a healing process for a scientist woman who was frustrated, homeless, lost everything, people, friend, relative, everything. Literally, now with nothing, just grief, sad. I can't put it in words. And I feel that as if I have to see a psychiatrist. I need a counseling. Really, I was so depressed. And then I was diagnosed with a low mood. I was in a very low mood. And I was feeling that form. So, because it was impossible to tolerate the horror that I undergone with this devastating war, then then let me tell you the healing process. How was it? I hope I have time. The very things when I filled the form, I joined the scientific community. So even it was not possible for me to attend the first training because while I was not settled, I attended the second training. I was distracted, but I gradually started to get involved. It was a very good training. I was a researcher actually. I was a professor for almost more than 10 years. But to join a group doing a research and to disseminate your information, your skills, to be with a part of these people, to go back to scientific communities, this is really the turning point for me. Then they said, and when I feel they said you join ASFI RJ as a reviewer. I said yes, because I'm saying yes all the time because I feel they are generous. They to need people to find people in that situation who's so concerned about you, and they don't know you personally, but you know you as a scientist. I joined it. They sent me the first paper to review. Actually, I start. I should turn it. I should decline it. No, I said no one. You have to be committed. And then I got involved in reviewing the paper. And then I start changing my frustration, my low mood, changing. And then I becoming something different. Look into my computer. And frankly, I go to my email every morning to see if ASFI has sent any email to read it first. I feel happy when I see an email from them. Whenever I say, whatever the words I say, you will never imagine the situation I was in during I receive and do that. So reviewing paper with the one of the process that taking me from frustration, from homeless, and then from housewife, and then to become a scientist again. But the other story is when I do SFIRJ editorial board as associated editor. Even friends around me, they said, Nawal, what are you doing? What do you do? But I said, no, I have to do. And then I enjoy meeting with Prof. Bright. He's giving us about Jordan. And then I changed from hearing war, who was dying, how was the situation, are we going back? I lost everything where I can, crying. People are frustrated. You have to help people. You don't know to do that. And then you are in another community. Really, really, it was a turning point. And then I received another email. So that's why I was looking every day for email from ASFI because it's giving me something new. So they asked me to head to form a group of 5 scientists from Sudan, from this different principal, from different university, and then to write a perspective paper on war and having a story of Sudan. This is another story. So contact other colleagues and start talking together about the war. But this is time from positive side of it, if it's a positive side, anyhow. And now we are talking about what happened and the future and the perspective for the future. How can we find way? And this is community. This is group doing that for 2 months. Really, it was a healing process. So that actually the healing process I'm calling actually even if I think if I were with a counselor, I don't think I will be get off over all this. They have done that for me. Actually, I don't know how to put it in words, but actually what is happening to me is like that. What is the impact? I'm still trying to say it in words. It's not easy to say it in words. And sorry, Mr. Bright and your colleague and your team, if I'm not uh, giving every details, but inspiring, join them. How? Now I'm attending the conference. Do you know I was waiting it so excited. I just sitting the 3 days with the scientific community, nothing except. And then there's another, I was homeless, but now I have hope. Really, I have hope. It's very difficult to be homeless. No word can describe the situation. But to be in a conference with a scientific community, this is a home. Just imagine it. Just look at it. So all this is a healing process. And now you may laugh if I'm telling you that I'm becoming so ambitious. You know what am I doing now? Now I start thinking to how can I find a research institute to join and to carry on my research, my hobby, the things I like. So the healing, it is not the process. It ends by I healed, and now I'm another person. So my journey with ASFI, I haven't touched anything with science because this is by default is known and clear. But what you cannot imagine and you cannot expect it, this what had happened to me. I, I haven't touched anything with science because this is obvious and by default everyone know, and I have a lot from that. But my emotion, myself, to be consolidated, to be back to myself as a scientist, this is not an easy thing. So what what I am now, I was not expecting. It is more than expecting it. It is, I don't know how to put it. So thank is not enough. I thank God. I thank the people from ASFI, from ASFI RJ, for the people in the conference, for the people who give a presentation, the nice, very beautiful days in my life since April 2023. So I'm happy now. Um, and before I say thanks for everyone, I would like to say a word to Professor Madison presentation this morning. I like it. I like his presentation of other people. It was nice. But he said, well, it is your responsibility to grow yourself. Professor, I agree with you. This is my idea before. That what I was doing before. But it is not absolute to say that it is your responsibility. Actually, the environment, conducive environment that will help you to grow. And I think one of the obstacles that hinder about African scientists is the environment, conducive environment. Most of the time is not. Most of the time is not. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be responsible for you to grow, but sometimes it is out of your control, out of your hands to do it. Thank you very much. I'm back home. And thank you very much for all of you. And I'm happy to join ASFI. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.